I mean, yeah, I just felt like dying today. I guess that's okay. I'm not super big on, like, existence. You know. Why not? Heroes of Hammerwatch is a game that came out 2 days ago as of recording this. This game to me is like a really nice model to a Warhammer fan. It's really good. I love it a lot and I wouldn't get rid of it, but it's not my favorite. But unlike a Warhammer fan, I have to do things that are more socially acceptable in society, like run a YouTube channel. Now you're probably asking two questions. One, what is Heroes of Hammerwatch 1? I don't know. Seems to be the same game with a lower pixel count. There's also a game called Hammerwatch 2, which is not the same as Hammerwatch 2 Heroes of. It is the same developer, but it's not the same game. And your second question is, well, how long have you played this game? Let's see how much you can. 90 minutes. I played 90 minutes of this shit. I made 4 characters, I played 90 minutes. You think I got time to beat the game on a tight-ass schedule? I gotta get this shit done. But every minute of that was phenomenal, except for the giant camp. Before I get into this, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I want to be able to buy more flushed away action figures, because they're funny looking. Look at this guy. This guy's awesome. So I have to get a little quirky at night, alright? Instead of giving a rundown of the whole game overall, I'm gonna be like a whimsical wizard and ponder every hero's journey one by one. Starting with Sydney. He's called Sydney because he's Australian. I thought it was funny. He was a barbarian who I started the journey on, and he was the only one to reach above level 3. I really put a lot of effort into this. The game's good, trust me. His redeeming factors were health regen. From a killing spree passive he gained halfway into the game, because I don't start with it, sadly. And having a battle axe that did Cyclone, which is just spinning around in a circle, which is universally the most neuron activating ability in any game that's top-down ever made. This or ricocheting bullets are the two. He was the one to valiantly start the city of what I assume is Hammerfell. I don't really understand what the lore is. I kinda just drove up on this horse, I guess, and just left it. I feel bad for Bessie, he's probably still out there. After we saved the town and started up a little guild hall, we moved into the forest and we committed mass extinction. Specifically on insects though, it's usually bees or beetles, the two that seem to be everywhere. The first 2 areas consist of the forest and it's a lot of bugs and shit. And there's some wolves there, but mostly just bugs. As I continued to the forest, I met 2 guards who joined me on my journey. Their names were Man and Ralph. And they absolutely started fucking carrying me. These guys were a tag team duo that the WWE would be scared of. They quickly delegated me from quarterback to cheerleader, and I will gladly start getting zesty for these two, no doubt in my mind. But as we decided to peacefully remove more of the populace, Mother Nature decided to get a little fucking angry. Ratmen, a lot of just a lot of ratmen. There's a lot of them. This small, peaceful protest slowly became a war, and sadly, they had the spy drones. So did I mention this is a roguelike yet? This whole game is about conquering a dungeon, and I'm not even strong enough to make it to the front gates. You wanna fight one single boss? You better earn it. Get your shit together or leave. And they don't hide this fact. Death is punished thoroughly. Which is even more messed up when you realize, I don't actually know how you leave yet. Well, I guess while I'm back at home, I can start investing in myself. And the best way to invest in yourself is to invest in the people around you. A hunting lodge? How about some random jobs for enemies that can give you more gold or some health? Training area? Oh, I don't know. How about getting better? Blacksmith? Do I really need to explain what a blacksmith does? I think everyone in the last, like, 20 years has figured this shit out. Interacting with the woman near the campfire? I played Elden Ring before. I know how this works. And now, the cycle continues. What if you didn't want to use a melee weapon anymore? This guy I gave the name Mr. Ponder, or I would have if I remembered I could change names of my characters. Man shooting out wizard shit like the best of them, and was the only character to actually make it out of the forest, because he made it to a cave, and was mauled by more fucking rats, but you know what, he made it. But how did he make it so far? Well, that's simple. God was his fucking witness. Man's dropping sigils, man's using spells, man's shooting nature and shit, and he was taken out in the most comedic way possible.
But a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme.
I guess I could spend a minute now to talk about the game. It's a whole lot of roguelike shit, so you constantly find new little trinkets that upgrade your shit. You get a lot of other stuff that upgrades your shit. You can get some weapons to swap your shit, to get better shit. It's fun. It gives me a Diablo 3 vibe for some reason, specifically 3, only with roguelikes and really good pixel graphics. And the base building in the town and whatnot are actually substantial upgrades, which is really nice because I'm used to it just giving like bullshit percentages. After this last valiant attempt, I attempted a new character. At first I made Mr. Clean, a rogue, but then I remembered I've been dying enough early anyway, maybe I shouldn't make the most frail character in the game. And so instead I got ready. I made a brand new paladin with a glorious mustache. I collected the finest gear available to me at the time, taken from my other characters. I upgraded him, I got him all ready to go, and I sent him out to at least finally reach the dungeon. And as I took my first step out and fought my first enemy, disaster struck as I remembered. I was level 1, and like a Big Mac meal with a large fry from McDonald's, I was too scared to ask for extra ketchup packets. So the run was over, for the entire build was running off of his healing ability, for he does not have. And so I sat there, an hour and a half in, utterly defeated with every single one of my characters. Maybe I could have made it to the dungeon. Maybe I could have figured it out and gotten through everything. Maybe I could have played more than an hour and a half. And I will. Maybe the adventure was the friends I made along the way. Speaking of which, this game's multiplayer. Now, you didn't hear this from me, but the game says 4-player multiplayer. But, anyone knows how these games work. It's simple to bend that rule a little bit. 4-player is merely a suggestion. If you got the right mods, you could do a lot more. Will it ruin the balancing? Absolutely. But it'll be fun. And at the end of the day, I played $15 for this game. I'm gonna get my joy out of it. Would highly recommend. I know this video was a lot different than what I usually put out. I wanted to try a different kind of formatting for this. We'll see how this one goes. Highly recommend though. It's a lot of fun to play. Very, very enjoyable at the moment. To end it off, please like and subscribe. It's very, very nice of you. I will be back later. We will see. I'll be on Twitch. I'll be in my Discord. And yeah. Goodbye.